Hi everyone and welcome to KRYPTALK, that Irish guy that talks about Bitcoin. Historically, March is typically a bearish month for Bitcoin, but there's one level that I'm looking at, and I think if Bitcoin can break above that level, close above that level, we could be looking at a new fresh all-time high later on in this month. We're also going to take a look at a prediction that has Bitcoin hitting $75,000 minimum before the end of this cycle. Let's get started. This is episode number 38, and the title of this episode is New Bitcoin All-Time High This Month. Quick look at the charts. Alright, let's get the basics out of the way. This is the Kraken chart. These are daily candles, and Bitcoin is trading at $50,361. So we're back above $50,000 for the time being. Now, since the all-time high of $58,339, Bitcoin is currently trading, we are down about 14%, so that's not too bad. If you look at the EMA ribbon here, remember this is the daily chart, we haven't had a close on the daily chart underneath the EMA ribbon since the 6th of October. And I spoke about this in my last episode, episode number 37, because I said in that episode I didn't think this correction was going to go down below $42,000, and it hasn't so far, but it did come down as far as $43,000 last weekend. Now, taking a look at the RSI and the daily, it's down at 57.08. That's good. You want that down underneath 70, and that's what a good thing about this price action over the last 2 weeks there. It's reset the RSI because it was overextended. Now, another indicator that I'm looking at is the MACD on the daily. So you'll see here we've had a lot of kind of downwards price action. I'm looking at these two lines. Now, what I'm looking to see is that I notice at the moment that these two lines, they're converging, they're coming together. So what I want to see over the next few days, hopefully, is that blue line crosses and gets above that orange line, signaling a bullish cross and more upward price action is in the future. Now, the last thing that I'm going to finish up with, can you see similarities between these two triangles, these two white triangles here? Okay, now both of these, they could be called what we call descending triangles. So you have a horizontal support line, and then you have this Bitcoin consistently setting lower highs, and they're typically bearish patterns. However, in a bull market, that doesn't seem to matter. So if you have a look at this, what's happened? Bitcoin came up, had a bounce, down, up for a bounce, down, and then shot out. Okay, that was a terrible line, but I'll leave it like that. So this was the previous all-time high of $42,000. Went into sideways consolidation or downward moving, and then it had a blast off. Can you see the similarities here? Okay, just have a look at what's happening. Bitcoin's come up, hit an all-time high, down, hit the bottom, up again, down, and what's going to happen here? I'm really interested to see what's going to happen right here today. Like, is that going to break out through that and hopefully go up to higher highs? Because, like, you can't deny it, like, Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Like, if you take a look at that, like, there's a high point, there's a lower high, that's still a lower high. So it has to get above. The level I'm looking at is $52,615, basically over $52,500. If Bitcoin wants to, if Bitcoin wants to have any hope of going higher this month or hitting an all-time high in this month, it needs to break and close above $52,500. Quick question. What's your price prediction for Bitcoin by the end of this month? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, I just want to take a few seconds to talk about my dollar cost averaging project. Every single episode, I buy 10 euro worth of Bitcoin and I see if it's in profit or in loss over time. So I've been doing that for the last 26 episodes. So in total, I've invested 260 euro. That Bitcoin is now worth €602.98. That's a total profit of 131.92%. So dollar cost averaging is where you commit to buying or investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals. Maybe it's every week, every month, every 2 weeks, whatever you want to do yourself. And then you just, if the price goes down, you buy. If the price goes up, you buy. So you limit your exposure, what you can risk during that time period. Again, not financial advice, but it is the safest way of investing in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. On with the episode. Alright, so the first news article ties in nicely to the title of this episode. It's by Yahoo Finance, and the headline reads, Analyst who predicted $50,000 Bitcoin sees key metric indicating March to $100,000. Now, the individual making this claim is Mike McGlone, a Bloomberg analyst who previously ascribed a $50,000 plus level for the cryptocurrency. So GREYSCALE, they're a company that buy Bitcoin. They actually buy a lot of Bitcoin. They're buying more Bitcoin sometimes than is actually mined in a day. And the reason they do this is to sell it on to other companies who basically don't want the hassle of dealing with exchanges and cold storage wallet and all that stuff. So let's just say Bitcoin is $50,000. They will sell Bitcoin at that rate, but they will add on an additional fee called a premium, and that's how they make their money. So that's where they make their money. They're doing the hard work so that the institutions don't have to deal with all this stuff. So that premium fluctuates, and they use it as a metric to kind of mark bottoms. So this actually, it closed February with a 2.7% discount, and he's comparing that to March 2017 when there was a similar discount, and later on that year, well, we know what happened. Bitcoin hit $20,000, previous all-time high. The second article is by Financial News London, and I just thought this was kind of funny. So Bitcoin's chance of hitting $100,000 in 2021 stumble as Kanye West tipped to buy 100 million worth of Bitcoin. So this article was put together, and it's basically it gives a list of different celebrities and their percentage chance of them investing 100 million into Bitcoin in 2021 is put together by bookmakers. So cutting straight to the chase, these are the most likely figures to invest at least 100 million in Bitcoin this year according to bettors. Kanye West 33% chance, Jeff Bezos 28% chance, and Bill Gates a 25% chance. And then there's other celebrities there and the chances decreases there. It wouldn't surprise me if Kanye West invested maybe not 100 million, who knows, maybe he will. Jeff Bezos, CEO or founder of Amazon, Bill Gates, none of them would really surprise me. So that's pretty much it. Now, the next article by Cointelegraph contains copious amounts of hopium. I hope. You have been warned. And the headline reads, Bitcoin's next top could be between $75,000 and $306,000, Kraken research suggests. So based on one reading of a logarithmic growth curve that connects historical tops and bottoms, a coin price of $75,000 would signal Bitcoin's entry into overbought territory, marking the end of the current bull run. But there's more. I hope. Analysis of historical price retracements shows even bolder predictions. If Bitcoin were to continue along its current growth curve, and then enter a retracement similar to prior market crashes, the next bottom would be around $30,000. Were Bitcoin to retrace 75% during the current cycle, the coin price would have to peak at $102,000 in order to hit the aforementioned bottom of $30,000. And they're still not finished. I hope. Similarly, a 90% crash would place the next top at $306,000, while an 86% drop, the average retracement of previous market cycles like we saw in 2018, would imply an upcoming market peak of 221,000. Either way, states the report, history would suggest Bitcoin remains far away from a market top. Okay folks, that's the end of this episode. So if you learned anything new or got any sort of value from this episode, you know the drill. Sláinte. Bye 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 bye.